Hello and welcome everybody to the second week of July for Women's Weekly. Today we have 3 teams facing off against each other. So to start it off, we are going to pull up our trusty random wheel generator to see who is going to match up against each other. Okay, so we have Vibers, Hawaiian Pizza, and Pulsinara. And the first two teams that get picked are going to face off against each other, and the third team, the final remaining team, will get a bye into the finals. So let's get it going. Oh wow, that just barely ticked over in the last second. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Hawaiian Pizza versus the Vibers. All right, so Pulsinara is going to get a pass into the finals, and we're going to see the Vibers versus Hawaiian Pizza in the semifinals. All right, so we have our first best of 3 in this Women's Weekly, week number 2. Hold on, I didn't have my controller plugged in to get rid of that overlay. Oh, yikes. My computer did not like that last minute install, so sorry if I'm a little scuffed right now. I am just switching over to trying to host this via private matches, so it's a tiny bit more work up front and like having to manage all the matches and creating them, but I think it will be for the better in the end. Getting better matchups, maybe even getting more players that want to participate, because I know a lot of people when I first created this league, they pretty much refused to play in any tournament that was hosted via the custom tournament function in game, because it, is known to have so many glitches. So, we're however many months later, we're trying to, rectify that decision and see if it's, even manageable for one-person operations such as I do. But the players are doing me a solid right now. I've been talking for the first, however many seconds, and they have made it 1-1, so it's not like we really missed that much. But let's get introduced to our players on the pitch. You guys saw the random wheel generator picking out the teams to go head-to-head in this first match, and so we've got Hawaiian Pizza on one side and Vibers on the other. So Hawaiian Pizza is going to have Mythra, Mara, and Pads, and then Vibers has Aurora, Snub, and Dakri. So pretty stacked rosters on each side. Again, players that we've pretty much seen regularly now. It looks like Snub has now crossed the line into a regular competitor in this league, along with the rest of the ladies on the pitch. And, we love to see it, because any more players that want to participate is fine by me. I love watching great Rocket League, and, even though that was basically an own goal off of Mythra's touch from the back wall, I still consider this pretty great Rocket League. So getting into it, looks like we have pretty even pressure on both sides. So it's going to go into the back corner for Mythra, who has 0 boost and can't do much to deal with it. It's going to be Snub with a high pop off the back wall. It's going to return all the way back out to Aurora. Now it's a clean pop over the top. Mythra getting up for the save, easy to manage. And we move back into an opportunity on the blue net, barely saved away by MV1, making those clutch plays that we know of her. And actually, looking on her perspective, she'll probably pop up again, but she is rocking the recently released spring major decals from viewing the RLCS broadcast on Twitch. So if you ever get your drops, they have now added that decal pack as a opportunity to possibly get off of those drops. And I have to say, I'm personally a fan of them. I love the design of those. I don't know about you guys. I did do a community post if you want to check out that in the other tab about, if you liked those decals, and if so, which one is your favorite, if it's Octane, Fennec, or Dominus. So be sure to go and check that out and drop a vote down there so we can see what your opinions are. But it is going to be Vibers starting to pull away with a convincing lead here. I know Hawaiian Pizza do have 2 EU players on their side, constantly dealing with that high ping as we compete on USD servers. But they said the lobby was okay with them. So, we continued on and started to play into this best of 3. Looks like they're going to have to try to adapt. Otherwise, they will quickly be eliminated from this tournament, and Vibers will move on into the finals. That's a lot of pressure on the back wall. MV1 holding it down under pressure, doesn't panic one bit, and even gets the demo on the other end. Mythra missing her challenge will relieve that pressure a tiny bit, but Pads dives in there to make up for it. That's going to be Aurora with a quick outplay, but it only goes far as Pads, and she passes it back out into the center for a long clear. The go-ahead demo chase from dakri, aka Emily, in game right now. We do know this player very well. She has competed multiple times in Women's Weekly, and she has always had the trademark of being ultra aggressive, like in those physical plays. But it looks like Snub, she's going for the close net drop down. That was almost an amazing shot, but the block did get in the way. That's going to be free in the corner. Aurora making the challenge, buying her team time there, and it's going to allow Emily to get up for a cross-court air dribble. Free ball out to the corner. Pads pinks it back into the center to an awaiting Snub who was not prepared for the touch, and we see the play return to the corner once again. Emily getting up for that early challenge, 50-50. Hawaiian Pizza are going to survive for now, though, even making a push down to the other end. Quick pass into the middle. Mythra not prepared for it and had to backflip off of the play. That's going to be everyone with a massive fake, sending the defender flying. Oh, quite beautiful. Although it did not amount to a goal, so, you know, it's done and dusted already. That's a long shot on the goal. Quick pressure from the orange, and Snub with a slight shot above the net. Snub, she's always making the most out of any boost she has. Aurora pings that shot wide. It's going to go back out to Emily. It's going to take 50-50 with MV1, and it is going to end up on the orange half. Now Snub has to play this brilliantly, and she does. And Emily gets another free court air dribble. That's going to be Snub trying to take the shot away from Emily. She's probably running out of boost, but the demo in the back line is going to give them opportunity. Another demo from MV1 trying to ramp up the pressure against these Vibers squad, but it is not going to come to anything as we enter the final 10 seconds. 3-goal lead cannot be overcome for Hawaiian Pizza, and they are going to see game number 2 with a loss against them. Game number 2, Hawaiian Pizza must take this if they want to continue on in the tournament. Otherwise, Vibers will sail into the finals against Pulsinara, and what a finals that would be. But right now, we concern ourselves with this game, this matchup, and Hawaiian Pizza, we know they've got the skill, they have got the know-how. They can definitely take the win in this game, but it's going to be some hard work as they, you know, saw a 3-goal deficit in the previous game. Vibers really putting on a show for them, and even being so confident in their win, they've had a couple of card changes as well. So, you know, never want to mess with that, but Pads is going to say no thank you to that kind of vibe. She's going to stick on her regular blue Stocktane, oh, well, nearly a Stocktane, and get a fast shot on net, sinking it for the first goal in this game. Now, the one thing that I love about this tournament that has, you know, come to light, come into its own in the time that I've been running it, is that we, these days, are seeing basically all the teams be pickup teams, even though, you know, we've had a couple full women's carball rosters, such as, you know, Pulse, ERN Roar, which are now ENL, I think. And, you know, rosters such as that have competed. And so, you know, you get to see how a full practicing team matches up against, you know, a pickup roster. And although that is great, personally, I love to see these ladies getting together to have a fun time in a, you know, semi-competitive environment. We do have money on the line, but, you know, from all the messages and everything I've seen from most of the players, they don't take this too seriously. They're just here to vibe out and have fun and, you know, play against their other, you know, fellow women Rocket League players in the scene. And that, to me, I love seeing all the different combinations that we can get out of this tournament. So, you know, I always try to say this at the end of the video, but I'm going to shout it out earlier. If you are a player who has not competed in these, we host them every Wednesday, and it is 7 p.m. Eastern time. But I usually post announcements in a time code so that you can see it in your own time, so you know exactly when it is. You won't get confused. And you know, we run as many teams as sign up, you know, so if you want to get involved in this, please don't hesitate. Join the Discord. I always have links in the description, as well as to the Twitter account, so you can see the announcements of the winners after each tournament every week. And you know, it's a fun time. You get to know a few different people. There's, you know, even if you don't know anybody, there's a looking for team channel that you can post in and try to get some ladies to squad up with you. And that's exactly what we had tonight. We had Pulsinara join last minute, like literally like 4 minutes from our regular start time, because there was still one player left who posted in the looking for team channel, and she didn't have anybody to play with. And so the Pulse ladies, you know, ponied up, got in there, and took her under her wing. So, you know, it's just a great time. So if you've ever thought about joining, all you have to do is be a verified member in the Women's Carball Discord. I also think I include a link to that if you are not in the Discord description. And I only do that because I don't have a verification process of my own. So it's easier for me to work off of Women's Carball, because I know they handle their community very seriously, and it is only, you know, the proper individuals that get in there. So it's a minimum amount of trolling and, you know, people pretending to be women hopping into there. So that's all you have to do. Join the Women's Weekly Discord and be a verified member in the Women's Carball Discord, and you will be able to play in these weeklies. Again, it's so much fun. I urge you to at least check it out, you know, join the stuff. If you look at everything and you're like, it's not for me, that's all right. You can always leave. But yeah, we'd love to have you in here. We always like new community members. And like I said, there's prize money on the line every month. So far, we've stuck to the 2 tournament wins throughout the month, getting you $50 per player. So that's $150 that can go to a total of 3 players every month. And yeah, you know, we might change those up depending on if anybody gives suggestions. But so far, it looks like Hawaiian Pizza are going to move on into a 3rd game. They're going to force a 3rd game out of Vibers, as they've taken this 2nd one pretty handily going into the final minute. There's plenty of time for Vibers to make a comeback, but usually you do not witness that in a 3v3 scenario. But we're going to watch it out, not because we have to, but because we want to. It's going to be Mythra taking it up into the wall, trying to get it off the backboard. Emily's going to come up to challenge it, and it is going to be Snub clearing it away. It's going to be challenged by Pads in the midfield. It gets past her. Aurora trying to get a passing lane out into the middle of the box, but now it's going to be Snub racing back on the other end. Mythra puts a shot online, but it was an easy save for Snub as she shepherds it off to the right. That's going to be a quick pop from Mythra into the back wall. Emily receives it and gets it past the challenger. Now we have a quick shot online. MV1 landing in the right position to be able to be there, but with 10 seconds remaining, it looks like we are going to move into a 3rd game regardless of Viber's push on net here, and, you know, see who is going to move on into the finals. Game number 3 to determine who is going to move up into the best of 5 finals against none other than Pulsinara. And what a team to go against as well. But so far, we concern ourselves with these two on the pitch, seeing who is going to come away the victor. And it looks like early pressure in Hawaiian Pizza's favor will give them the advantage. It's going to be Pads off the sidewall and the 50-50 against Emily to continue that play. A high pop from Snub will be received by MV1 as Aurora waits patiently in the corner to try to defend for her team. Snub trying to make a play out there quickly. Emily's going to pop it off the sidewall, but Snub was moved too far out to receive that pass, and now it's going to be Aurora and Emily in the midfield. Snub high clear over the top of one. Beautiful play, 50-50, and MV1 was back for the save. Otherwise, that would have been deep into the blue net, and the first goal that we've seen in game number 3. But we are held scoreless once again. Emily going in and out of the goal for the save. It's going to pop out of her reach. Aurora and Emily getting in there, and the save away. They got away with murder on that one as Aurora brings it all the way down the pitch, trying to get a goal, and she does. What clutch plays from Vibers here. Not only the save out from the net, but Aurora pulling it all the way downfield and flicking it into the top left corner for the finish, taking the first goal. Vibers having a good advantage in this last game, as you know, that is kind of soul crushing sometimes when you get that close to a goal and then it just immediately turns into a counterattack against you. It's like you did so much, you had so much pressure, and it amounts it to nothing. So we're gonna see if Hawaiian Pizza can come back, shake the mental defeat from there, and it is gonna look like they will do so. Pads basically getting the shot on net there, and MV1 is going to put it off the sidebar for her, securing the goal for a 1-all scoreline. High pop into the middle. Emily able to put a lobber into the blue half. She's going to be chasing down a person in net, as is her style, as Mythra clears it all the way down into the orange corner. It's going to be MV1 on the play. Quick shot into the backboard. Even demos Snub on her way down. Pads another quick pass into the middle. Aurora and Emily going up for it, and it is safe for now. Right, MV1, another play. She doesn't have much boost. Snub makes one save. Aurora the second, and Pads receives it in the midfield. Mythra beat to the ball by Snub, and Aurora there to receive the 50-50 out into the upper field, is going to capitalize on that and put it to 2. MV1 almost rotating back in time, but not quite fast enough. Aurora making great use of her return in possession off of that save to take a goal. That's a loose ball in the corner. Pads takes possession of it, gets a 50-50, but Emily is going to stop it. Not Snub with a quick doink into the middle just to waste time and possibly a little bit of boost from the blue girls. But that is going to end up on the orange half eventually. Snub taking a long air dribble, trying to save it away. Now that's going to pop over the top of the net. Aurora making a clutch touch out into the right side, and Pads is going to try to keep it in play. She's pressuring this with 0 boost. Aurora taking the 50-50 pleasantly, and Mythra following up. It's a little bit of a cluster in the orange corner, but they are managing to survive right now. Now it's a 3-woman push out into the blue half. The momentum is stopped away from Pads, but Snub is going to continue to pass it out into the middle. That demo, though, is going to leave it open for the equalizer. Pads going ahead, getting the demo. I can't remember even who that was on, but it clears the way for MV1 to put an easy open net shot, and she is going to sink that pretty much every single day of the week. These ladies are fighting with all they have right now, making clutch plays and getting the physical altercations to work in their favor so that they can come away with the lead. Pads, interception in the midfield, second touch off of the side wall. Snub is going to clear it past her and follow it up for a second beat. Now it's going to fall to Emily to make the push for Vibers. In absence of that, she goes for the physical play, but Pads is going to easily play it past her and leave her teammates time to collect boost. Now she's even going to intercept it again on her rotation back. That's a shot opportunity for MV1, but she puts it wide, leaving Snub hopeless in net, but not down. That's going to be a breakaway into the other half. Emily doesn't connect with it, and now it's a free ball in the midfield. Aurora taking the beats, and free ball into the corner. Pads has the superior boost count. She's going to play that away. Snub barely making the save off of the inside post. And now it's going to be Emily down the other end. She isn't able to come away with the goal, but the pressure remains pretty even in terms of the two teams' favor. Now it's a high ball out from Pads. MV1 tried to receive it, but she did not read Pads' play well enough. And that's going to be Emily taking a free net to put her team up in the final 45 seconds. Let's see what happened here. It looks like Mythra just got a little bit too close to the play, and Emily was able to quickly react to Snub's 50 win off of the wall and sink that. That's going to be out to the side for Aurora. She takes it high into the air, gets bumped off the play. Pads missing her touch off the back wall. That's Snub playing it slow, making MV1 miss her touch. And now it's another pass off the back wall. Now we have Emily, quick shot down to the center. She tries to get the double touch, but it goes wide, and it's going to fall to Aurora to keep the play alive. That's a mistouch from her. Mythra going up high. MV1 following close behind her. Can they get the goal? And they do. Final 17 seconds. And Hawaiian Pizza have equalized. MV1 putting the pressure there. Snub couldn't get the stop. And that was just a very beautiful tight angle shot from Mythra, going all the way herself, doing all the work for Hawaiian Pizza. Of course, we know that's not true, but we're just going to cast it that way. As we enter the final 10 seconds, Hawaiian Pizza have another shot on net. Snub with the long clear. MV1 is going to return that with a close pop into the back wall. Now stopped in the midfield, and we do see overtime. These teams both deserving of a game 3 overtime, I believe. And we're going to see the one goal that makes a difference between two formidable foes. That's a pop into the back wall. Aurora receives it, taking it safely out to the midfield, only to be received by Mythra. She goes slowly with the air dribble, running out of boost, deciding to take the 50-50 and keep the play alive in the corner. Now it's Pad's high shot into the net. Aurora's already up early, making the block, and Snub follows up with her touch. That's a breakaway. MV1 plays it slow, and that is around the last defender. Beautiful play from MV1. Mythra, quick pass into the center. Emily gets faked out of her mind as MV1 went for the slow shot instead of a screamer into the net. And that is going to do it for these two teams. All right. Hold on. Since we got players confused last time, I'm just going to say that so people know for sure what's going on. And we're going to have a possession off the kickoff for Hawaiian Pizza. It looks like they're putting early pressure on net, getting the demo, and possibly even the goal. That was a beautiful 50-50 from Mythra, and the following shot from MV1 underneath the final defender will put them up with a 1-goal advantage within the first 20-ish so seconds. Very well placed shot from MV1 there, just to sneak it under Maggie. And it looks like I think we've got a better server for EU gals this time. Let's do a quick ping check here. Yeah, 112 and 124. That's at least somewhat decent for these ladies. So, you know, we're going to have a good finals here, good best of 5, and, you know, get a victor for week number 2. Now, Pulsinara, we haven't seen them yet. They got to buy into the finals. So it is going to be Pulse, Maggie, Nessa, and then their third for this week is Marina, which she always has her in-game name is pretty much, you just got marinara sauced. I just realized now I've never said that out loud. I only read it in my friends list. So that's kind of ridiculous to say. So I'm just going to call her Marina, which she has done me this great service of putting her actual name in parentheses so it's easier for me to catch on and read. But so far, it looks like Hawaiian Pizza are under the gun here. After they took that first goal, they have been under constant pressure from Pulsinara. And, you know, as I say that, we're finally going to move into the blue half. But so far, there have been no clear-cut chances on net, just very good rotations from everybody. Clean plays on the ball, whether they are 50-50s or outplays. And that's actually going to be a chance. Maggie trying to put a shot on the net, and Nessa is going to follow up into the left side. It looks like Maggie's touch, just her redirect was a little bit off to the right side, but the rebound is easy for Nessa to read, and she is going to sink it with the screamer to the left side. Oh my goodness, that had some pace on it. Now these ladies, I know they certainly enjoy best of 5s more than best of 3s. We really do the first in the interest of time for hosting these things, as I don't think I've ever shared this, but I actually have team practice following the Women's Weekly tournaments pretty much immediately after, so I gotta like chow down dinner and then head on into my team practice for my women's carball team. So, you know, if you've ever wondered why we do best of 3, best of 5, that is the reason. Just give everybody, you know, an ample amount of time so it doesn't take too long to complete these games. But I, of course, along with probably literally every Rocket League viewer and player ever, do prefer best of 5s. I feel like best of 3 aren't quite long enough to, you know, determine who is the better team. Sometimes it takes a while to get your footing in, but Luckily, we get to see plenty of games from these two teams, and as we see the 1-all moving into the final 2 minutes in game number 1, Hawaiian Pizza trying to make a push on net. Now it's Maggie out of the corner. Tries to pop it past one, but MV1 gets in the way. It's a high pop into the center. Pads is going to delay it, and we remain in the blue half. Now Nessa, long clear out into the other side. MV1 redirects it into the corner for Pads to receive, and that play is going to be stopped by Maggie in the midfield. Let's pop out into the middle. Nessa and MV1 getting up quickly to it to meet each other. It's going to be a pass out into the center. Pads receives it, puts it just offline, and can't chase it down fast enough to make it a goal. Mythra waiting, trying to fake out all the players on the pitch as she waits for a lane to pass into the middle. It's going to be half of an attempt by Mythra, but that wasn't really going to go anywhere. You have to assume now it's Marina getting dunked by Pads. MV1 with a high pop into the backboard. Long clear is going to force Orange Team all the way back. That's a dunk from Marina. Now Nessa has a chance to put it on the right side of the net, but it goes wide. Hawaiian Pizza live to challenge another day. That's a clear ball out to the left wall. Nessa taking it quickly off the back, and Maggie off the defender miss is going to be able to sink that into the back of the net. 2-1 in favor of Pulsinara. MV1, that was a hard touch to read, and I think she might have assumed that Pads was getting a defensive clear into the corner. So just leaving her out stranded past the front post, never a place you want to be when you are the final defender. That is the hardest area to turn around and get a decent defensive touch, or, you know, any touch at all. So if you guys are wondering if there's one thing that can improve your play, it is don't ever be front post if the momentum doesn't clearly dictate it, or you don't have teammates behind you. But that demo is going to open it up for Mythra to answer for her team and bring it to 2-all. Mythra even kickoff in the middle. That's an opportunity on net, but both Nessa and Marina are going to pinch it out and save it away. Now it's Nessa moving down the pitch. Pads bailing out her teammates and bringing that into the corner. She's even going to follow up with a ceiling pinch, pushing Maggie all the way back into her half. Nice double glance from Mythra. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful pass. And Maggie even putting some credit to it, saying great pass in the chat. That was a great touch from Mythra and MV1. Beautiful positioning to be there to capitalize on it. A late goal, 1-goal lead from Hawaiian Pizza means that they might just take this game, steal it, if you will, out of the hands of Pulsinara. Game 2. Off of the back of that one, we're going to see what Pulsinara can do to respond to that late game thievery out of Hawaiian Pizza for game number 1. And so far it looks like Hawaiian Pizza are just picking up where they left off. They're going to quickly move into the blue half, try to make a couple plays on net, even though Pulsinara are surviving for now. Mythra pop into the middle. MV1 helping her out with another touch, but Marina, easy save off the back wall, even a secondary one from Mythra's touch. Now we have another clear into space. Mythra taking it up high into the corner, trying to get a pinch to pass out into the center, but Maggie clearing it all the way down to the other end for Pads to receive. And we have a demo in the back line. Is that going to open up space, an opportunity for Pulsinara to take advantage of? No, we continue on into the blue half. Hawaiian Pizza, we're resuming the pressure that they have against this blue squad. It's gonna be a high pop from MV1. Maggie trying to stop it in its tracks, delay the momentum. She doesn't get the follow-up touch when she drops to the ground though, so it's Mythra off the ground. Marina with a high pop, and MV1 misflips. Has to try again. Second take is much better as she passes out from the corner, but Nessa is there to clear it away. Now you have Mythra, long air dribble in the middle. Marina and Maggie making the save. We're going to delay the first goal in game number 2 even longer. Now it's a quick play. Maggie trying to get the pop out into the corner. Marina there to receive it. She's going to chase the back wall, try to make a play, but MV1 clearing it out past 1, past 2, and Maggie has to play this safely in the back line. She's been a wonderful third for her team. Every single time we see Maggie on the pitch, she is the defensive GOAT. It is so hard to get anything past her when she is playing as third. And, you know, it's just a testament because the Pulse roster, they have gone up against some very highly level teams, both in Women's Weekly and in the women's carball scene. And Maggie showing just why they might be a little bit hard to get a hold on. And we have a pass back out to her teammate. She's going to hurt it all the way out to Nessa with the long air dribble, double touch into the net. And as her counterpart, we see why Pulse maybe score all their goals as Nessa puts some style on the net. Mythra putting in the nice shot in chat, acknowledging it as Maggie did in the game prior for the beautiful pass that Mythra imparted on all of us. And that's going to be a great goal to open it up for Pulsinara. Hopefully it gets their hopes up, you know, boosts their confidence and makes it just a little bit harder for Hawaiian Pizza to take game number 2. Marina missing her. Oh no, Marina, she missed the touch off the back wall and that left it perfectly open. The demo also secured it. Nessa getting taken out of the net. I don't think she was getting to that ball regardless, but you know, it doesn't hurt to secure it in my mind. And now we have a 1-all game. Nessa getting the dunk, going high into the back wall. Marina pass out into the center. Maggie to receive it. It's wide of the net, and MV1 is going to take her time moving into the blue half. Now pops off the corner. Pads already up for the challenge. Probably the speed took the defender off guard. Nessa reading Pads turning on that and able to get the save away, displaying a bit of her defensive chops in counter to what I was saying about Maggie, and you know, showing that they have multiple players on the pitch who can make a stop. Maggie though gonna put a shot wide of the net. Everyone has to rush back to it and follow it up on the wall. She doesn't have any boost to work with, trying to get it out to Pads, and Mythra is going to be left alone in the back line. Pads delaying it and Mythra taking possession. That's another pass quickly out of the corner. Everyone mistouch. Pads almost getting bumped, but she brake checked. Brake checked Maggie on her exit from the play, and that meant that she got away with it. That's a free goal. Maggie, did she shoot it wide? Oh, just barely. Okay, it goes into the bottom right. That would have been painful if it rolled off of the sidebar and out of the net. Nessa 50-50 out into the side. Pads is going to receive it, and we have early possession for Pulsinara. Everyone clearing it all the way out into the corner. Mythra is going to try to follow it up, even get a bump on net, but that means that there is nobody there to receive it. MV1 was going to get boosted up. And we have a slow air dribble out into the blue half. Marina is going to challenge it and try to bring it back into the field of play for Pulsinara. Now it's Nessa taking the 50 in front of net. MV1 and Pads both committing for that. Maggie making the stop, trying to go for the double tap, but she stopped boosting for just long enough she couldn't get back to it. That's going to be Marina. Shot attempt on net, saved away. Mythra, flip reset in the corner, trying to get it out. Pads is going to hit it high over her net and even try to redirect it back into the center. Marina with a quick pop past the last defender. Now we will play in the corner. This is the last chance for Hawaiian Pizza, but it is going to be grounded, and we are 1-1 in the series. Game 3. These teams seem to be pretty evenly matched in this best of 5, so it's really a coin toss of who is going to come out victorious. We see a car change from MV1 as a response to that Game 2 loss. Is it going to do anything for this team, or will Pulsinara continue the momentum that they gained in game number 3? Now Marina, she's up fast for it, pops out to the side, and MV1 has the window to challenge. That's a free ball in the middle. Nessa getting up there quickly off of Maggie's miss to cover up that mistake. Mythra getting dunked by Marina. Ball is free towards the center. Maggie beaten out by MV1 as she gets the save. Now it's going to be Nessa 50-50 onto the sidewall. Pads taking it slowly, trying to work her way into an advantage. But the play is going to stop in the midfield. High clear from Mythra. Nessa guarding it away off the back wall. And it's going to be down to Marina. Nix that. Marina is gone. Down to Maggie in the net to save the day. Maggie bringing the ball further down the field. It's going to pass out to Nessa, who puts a shot on net, easily saved by MV1. Hawaiian Pizza trying to move out of their half. They're handling this pressure well. And that is a missed opportunity from Pulsinara in the back corner. Now it's Pads, quick pass. Marina missing her touch. Mythra, can she move it through the corner fast enough? No, that is going to be challenged. Pads, quick pop onto the sidewall, met by Nessa. Marina getting up there quick, but only to pass it back into the middle. Maggie getting chased on the back line. She manages to recover in time to save it away into the corner, but it's immediately back as MV1 makes the pass out into the middle, and Mythra sinks it for the first goal. That's a great clear from Maggie. She just couldn't get up to it to make the second challenge, and that means that Hawaiian Pizza had the window of opportunity to take advantage of there. Marina misses the touch off the side wall. It's Nessa and Maggie off guard in defense, and MV1 out of nowhere getting a tight angle double tap. Holy cats! That had the pace and the angle to make it, and it went bar down from the corner. What was that? MV1 showing us some style out here on the pitch on Manfield night in this week 2 of Women's Weekly. Oh my goodness. Love the quality of goals we get here sometimes, because I know certainly that I can't shoot those. So it's nice to see that other people can. That's going to be free ball back into the corner. Mythra taking it slowly, air dribbling out into the midfield, met by Marina. Lots of demos on the pitch right now, but they are being traded to either side, so that means it's pretty much even pressure from both the teams. We're gonna have Pads trying to sneak it past Marina, but the challenge just does just enough to leave it in the midfield, and now Nessa with a high clear into the backboard. Marina 50-50 in the midfield. Maggie to receive it on the other end. She's going for the double tap, and she gets it. What is up with these ladies today? Oh my goodness, now we've seen 2 in 1 game. My goodness. That was a low angle double tap. You don't see many of those. Usually they're high up in the air, but Maggie reading her self pass perfectly to sink it into the net, bring her team back within 1. MV1 high pop. Maggie's up early to make the challenge. She doesn't want to see another of those goated double taps, but Mythra is going to react with a flip reset down the other end. Now we have a flick out from Nessa. Free ball. Maggie missing the initial shot, but she's going to triple touch it into the net and make it 2-all. Nessa, that was just a beautiful flick. Perfectly timed. It got 2 defenders out of the way, and that left it open for Maggie to slip past a returning Mythra. Easy enough for her, as she has probably clutched up many, many times before. Now it's Mythra. High pop into the middle. She goes for a pop. Another pop past to Nessa, but she is met. And now MV1 missing the read. She has to bring it all the way back to her corner. A bit of a panic play here, and Maggie is going to capitalize on it. Goes back into the center. Pads popping it high, trying to deal with this. Marina is going to keep it back into the corner. She's run out of boost though. What can she do with this? Nothing. MV1 is going to pop it past 2 and bring it all the way down the other direction. Going for a high pop. She goes for the double tap yet again, but does not connect this time. Now it's a loose ball all the way back to MV1. She makes a high clear. Pads following up with the air dribble. Can't get quite back to it. And MV1 alone in defense. It's going to be right in front of the net. Pops out a little bit too far for Maggie to stay on. And now we return to pressure against Hawaiian Pizza. There's an opening off that demo. Marina tries to pop it past 1, but it is saved away. Now we have Nessa off the side wall. Mythra up early, trying to doink it back down into the middle. It's going to be passed from Pads out into the center. MV1 using the back wall, but Marina's got it covered. Now we have Maggie. Quick play, back down the other end. That ball went fast down to the ground. Surely not what she was thinking it was going to do. And so we see Pulsinara back in defense. Nessa working it past one. Pads returns in time to stop the play. But still, a gorgeous play from Nessa. We know she's got the dribble chops. Maggie trying to make a play for her team in the remaining second, but it is going to drop, and we have entered OT to see who's going to take game 3 with a golden goal. High pop from Maggie. Pads up on the back wall to clear it away. Mythra zooming down to catch up to it. Gets to 50-50. Ball is going to drop just shy of the blue nets. And Hawaiian Pizza applying the pressure. That's going to be Nessa showing us her dribbling again. She flicks it past one, but MV1 was the second line of defense. She was there to push it away. And Pulsinara remains scoreless for now. Quick pop into the corner. Mythra is going to get met by Maggie and now is delayed in the midfield. That's a quick pop from Nessa going for the double touch. MV1 shepherds it to the side. We have another free ball in the center of the field. Pads long clear down to the other end. Mythra following up with the redirect, and that is going to do it. Hawaiian Pizza have responded to game number 2 with a win of their own. Beautiful clear from Pads, and Mythra already downfield, able to outshoot Nessa and bring home a win. Game number 4. Hawaiian Pizza have the advantage in the series. They just have to take one more game and they will emerge the victors, which actually, now that we have gotten this far, I feel compelled to mention that Mythra, with her already one tournament win from week 1, if she secures this W, she will have earned herself $50 for the month of July. But so far, Pulsinara are going to try to put a stop to that as they score the first goal in this game. It's just a long shot, open net from Maggie. I think maybe even off the respawn from the demo. Wonderfully placed with enough power to put it in. But as I was saying, Mythra, the only player in this lobby right now who already has one tournament win for the month of July. So she has the opportunity to secure herself $50 right off the rip. Usually, I don't think we've had anybody... Actually, no, we had Pads in the month of May. She secured the bounty this fast as well. But yeah, great opportunity for Mythra. And then there would only be 2 spots left for players to get those remaining $50. Now, if Pulsinara were to win, then we would return to our regular number of 6 contenders for the bounty, with only 3 up for grabs. So far, we haven't had to get into any tiebreaker scenarios of, you know, like not having enough bounties for how many players won, you know, secured their second tournament win for that week. But, you know, if it ever comes down to that, we'll deal with it. But so far, Pulsinara are making it close, trying to take this game number 4, and it is going to be a tough one. Marina left alone in the back. She's going to go high pop into the middle. It looks like maybe Maggie was waiting off the back wall. Now she's going to try to follow it up with a shot. Pads getting her clear past one. Nessa has to meet the defenders. That demo should open up a little bit of pressure on the Pulsinara squad, and they're able to move back down to the other end. Mythra almost getting caught offline, but they are safe for now. That's going to be MV1. Attempted musty on net. Nessa easily able to bring it back down the other side. Pads standing strong in the back line, though. Very reliable third woman in the game of Rocket League, in these tournaments, and even a very reliable offender. She's going to take her first goal of game number 4 to bring it to 1-1. Marina 50-50 in the midfield, even getting it past a second. She's going to be chased off the ball, though, by MV1. It's almost a free clear down the other end, but that miss from MV1 is going to mean that Mythra is caught off guard, and Maggie sneaks it past her for 2-1. Yeah, just very quick reaction times from Maggie right there. She's proven herself to be a very valuable player, perhaps even MVP if her team take the win in this best of 5. MV1 and Mythra fighting to see who's going to take the opportunity on net. That's Pads with a clear pass out to the middle, and it does outplay 2. MV1 comes away with the goal for her team, and we're back to an even ball game. Mythra, mistouch off the side wall. She's going to have to use all of her boost to handle it. Now that's Nessa faking one off the ball, tries to get a flick past the second, but it's going to be stopped away. Now we see the play move to the corner. Nessa stealing the boost away, but it does move all the way back down to the other end. That was an open net chance. Mythra just putting it slightly wide. It looks like when the play turns fastly enough, Pulsinara are a little bit shaky on defense, but then again, so have Hawaiian Pizza. Like, we've had pretty even match from both these teams. You know, nobody outshining on offense. Defense, both looking a little bit shaky when the transition is too quick. And that is going to be Mythra putting in a third. Paz with just the perfect touch out of the midfield. That's a beautiful doink off the back wall. And Mythra able to place it behind Marina to take the goal. Mythra racing to that ball, getting us one touch past the first defender. Marina is going to shepherd it off to the side. Nessa trying to get back in defense. She's trying to stall this ball. MV1 bringing it across the net anyways. And that's going to be Maggie demoed for her trouble. Mythra, quick pass down into the middle. And that is a screamer of a shot from Pads, extending their lead and possibly securing this series. That was, oh man, the passes in this game have been extraordinary. Mythra with a beautiful guide off the ceiling. Pads, really just all she had to do was pace and placement. Mythra really did the rest there. That's going to be Mythra again trying to bring her team into the blue half. It goes as far as Maggie, safe from Pads, will put it up high. Now all Marina can do with that is pass it out into the corner. Nessa almost getting a pass out to Maggie, put into the net. But again, we see Pulsinara on defense. It's looking like they're under so much pressure now. Hawaiian Pizza doing a lot to control the boost and get enough demos on it that it opens up the lanes for them to score. And Hawaiian Pizza are capitalizing on all of it. Another missed touch from the defense. And that is going to mean a missed opportunity from Pads, but that surely could have been another goal. We have 10 seconds left. It's looking like Hawaiian Pizza are going to secure this lead. Cleared out of the net. Marina putting it all the way down to the midfield, but that is not going to be enough with the 2-goal lead. Hawaiian Pizza have secured the series victory. And congratulations to Mythra for getting her second win for the month of July and therefore earning herself $50.